Good morning, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore, 10 a.m. meditation. My name is Sue Monahan, and I'm the practitioner for the day. Today's affirmation is, I am home wherever I go. Let's start our meditation by centering and focusing on the breath. The breath is our respiration, our inspiration, the gift of life. Find a comfortable place and space where you feel safe. Begin by breathing in slowly, filling up the belly first, then the lungs, and up into your throat. Exhale slowly and deliberately. Again, breathe in slowly, completely filling yourself up with life. Feel this life in the breath. Then exhale and release. Once again, breathe in, taking and partaking of this breath, this gift of life. Just release anything that you perceive stands in your way. Letting go of anything that came before or anything that you will do later on. This time is for you. This breath is your breath. I want us to use our breath to activate our chakras so as to ground and focus our breath, creating the understanding that right where we are is home. Our own heaven of magnificent energies, home. We'll start by breathing into the root chakra, which is located at the base of the spine. It's about grounding and where we are connected to the physical world. The color is red. It is the element of earth. Let's activate this chakra in our bodies by seeing the color red as a swirling vortex of colored light. An energy that is rooting and grounding us. Feel and sense this color. Feel its presence. Affirm, I am grounded. I am safe. I am home. The second chakra is just below the navel and represented by the color orange. Feel this color. It is the element of water. Here in this chakra, our desires, imagination, and passions are expressed. Feel this color swirl and flow. Affirm, I feel safe. I feel joy. I feel love. I feel home. You're grounding home on these energies. Red, then orange. Next is yellow, which is located just above the navel and is the solar plexus chakra. This is the point of personal power and divine expression of will and determination. Release this energy into your lower belly. Feel the color and warmth of yellow. Its element is fire. It is the energy of self-mastery. Affirm, I do my soul's work. I do allow the creative energy to flow. I do recognize my strength. We move into the heart chakra, represented by the color green. See this energy flowing around the center of your chest. This chakra reminds us about compassion, beauty, and love. The element is air, and the heart chakra connects the three lower chakras: red, orange, yellow, to the three upper chakras. See these colors aligned. See these energies flowing in your body, in your home. Affirm, I love myself. I love my life. I love all life. I love my home. Red, orange, yellow, green, all chakras are activated. fifth chakra is the throat chakra, and the color is blue. The element is ether. This is the center of your communication, how you express yourself, how you express your authentic self. Let the feeling of blue open your chakra in alignment with all others. Here you have a sense of creative expression. You find your voice. Affirm, I speak lovingly to myself. I speak truth. I speak for all parts of myself. The past, the ancestors, and the present. Our intuition comes from our third eye chakra, purple or indigo in color, located between the eyes at the brow. A powerful point of self-knowing and seeing. This chakra represents the energy of awakening. It is the energy of transcendence. We are opened and aligned with our intuition. Affirm, I see my divinity. I see life as the gift. I see the eternal connection. orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, all swirling vortexes of energies in your body. Feel them as you align with the seventh chakra, the crown chakra at the top of the head. The color is a golden white light. The element is everything and nothing, both and pure consciousness. This is the place that we listen to the divine, infinite, creative energy source. This is our point of connection. Affirm, I know that I am in divine flow. I know that spirit is all there is. I know that I am home in my mind, my body, my emotions, my soul. Let's take a few moments here, completely aligned, seeing and sensing the colors moving as energies in our bodies. Let's allow these energies to cleanse our bodies and mind and bring us in alignment with the divine energy source that we already are. Feel this in your home, your body now. I am home wherever I am. I'll end this meditation with the spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer. You can continue to breathe into this, knowing that anywhere you go is home, that you take this power and this energy with you, knowing that we are always in alignment with that which is the divine energy power and source of all life. It is our life, and it expresses in each one of us as only it can express as the magnificence of our being in oneness. We are always in oneness with this divine power, this creative energy. I call it God, I call it goodness, I call it source, I call it creative potential. It is what we are. It lives and moves and has its being through each one of us. Each one of us is the way that the universe expands. It expands as us because it is us. There is nothing else. And so right here and right now, we declare and know that we are aligned with our higher power and source, that we affirm the truth of our being, I am love. I am light. I am beauty. I am joy. I am power. I am peace. I am that. I am that. I am that which is God's source, God power, God beingness. And I allow it to align within me right here and right now. And I express gratitude and thanksgiving. Thanksgiving for this day, for this place, for this space, for this time that I've given myself, my beautiful, magnificent, wonderful self, to just align myself. I give thanks for this day. I give thanks for our Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore, for these talks, for the message, for the spiritual practices, for the ASL interpreters, for our host and musician. What a great day it is to be alive and to express as that divine source, which is goodness, which is godness, which is goddessness. I release and let go, and I surrender into the divine, knowing that these words that have been spoken have power, have creative energy. They go out into the universe. They allow us to align ourselves with the source. And it has a ripple effect that is felt and adds to a collective consciousness of a world that works for all, that works for us, that works for our center. It is all God. It is all good. It is all unfolding now. I am grateful. I release and let go. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. Peace and blessings.
Good morning. I'm going to start the morning off with a little stillness. We we can change the world if we want to. We can change it all if we want. Say with me, we can be 6 feet apart. We'll bow our heads and honor that which is greater than we are. Take the pain inside your heart and give it to the light. Together we're better, so let yourself remember that tonight. Because we can change the world if we want to. We can change it all if we want. We can change the world if we want to. We can change it all if we want. It isn't mine to ever know the answer to it all. But what I do know is we must go where we are called. Everything is screaming out, honey, it's all inside. Begin with me within and see the peace that we ignite. Stillness is the way. Stillness is the way. Stillness is the way. Stillness is the way. We're gonna breathe in, gonna breathe out. That's about all that we can do right now. Maybe it's not ours to figure out today. Gonna be here, gonna be now. Peace of mind, gonna find us somehow. And I know that stillness is the way. 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 And we can change the world if we want to. We can change the world if we want to. We can change the world if we want to. 'Cause stillness is the way. Stillness is the way.
Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living virtual service. I am Tracy Rhymes, your host. I almost forgot what I was doing. Our speaker today is Reverend Celeste A. Frazier. Our musician is Jesse Powers. Serving as today's practitioner who led the pre-service meditation is Sue Monahan. Assisting with making this service open, inviting, and accessible to the deaf community are our sign language interpreters, Renuka, Purimetla, and Sonya, Chavis. On behalf of Reverend Dr. Ray, thank you for your service. At CSLGB every Sunday is an invite a friend or family member Sunday. Make sure you spread the love and invite someone to service. We would love to have them hang out with us. Yes, we would. Yes, we would. Sue Monahan has been part of this teaching since 2004. She has been a practitioner since 2013. Sue believes that we are the point of power in our lives, that our essence is spiritual and it is good. It is her desire to let Spirit reveal this wonderful truth through her. Sue is committed to CSLGB's vision that we are demonstrating a world that works for all. One life-affirming thought, word, feeling, deed, and one human interaction at a time. We all make a difference in other people's lives. May our light shine for all to see.
Good morning. Thank you, Tracy. Welcome, welcome. So today we just get to celebrate. We get to celebrate that divine energy flow that is God, that is spirit, that is creative force that lives and moves and has its being through each one of us and says, yes, beloved, you are the beloved in whom I am well pleased. Each one of us, a magnificent divine expression of oneness. We are the creative power and energy. We are the flow of the universe. We are the divine in action. And we let that feel good. We let that sink in. We let that soak in. We let that radiate and flow and swirl, aligning ourselves with all that power and energy and force and source. It is who and what we are, and we are grateful. We are in gratitude and all for this day, for this center, for this talk, for our interpreters, for the music. Ain't God good? And so it is.
The Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore's community, honors the world's religions. One tree, many branches. One mountain, many paths. One world, many religions and spiritual traditions. With these candles on Sunday each month, we only honor each person on their select path, but we also bless them and recognize the light, the love, and the life-affirming nature of spirit as it shows itself in each practice and in each person.
I know. Yeah, sometimes I miss some steps. I'm coming. Yeah. We move on. When technology doesn't do what we want it to do, we still keep going. That's what happens in this virtual setting. Okay. Let's move on with some news, some events, some announcements. Okay. Mark your calendars. On December 4th, after service, there will be a Q&A meeting with Reverend Julie Lobato regarding what is next in the process and the functions of an interim minister. CSLGB invites you to a rockin' holiday party December 17th at 3 p.m. Contact Robin Fahrenholt to RSVP. Study, learn, and grow with Science of Mind and Spirit and Thursday night study groups. Visit cslgb.org to learn how to participate, enroll in the discovery class, and know what Reverend Dr. Ray is teaching in the largest CSL, community and beyond. Take two. There we go. For a full list of news and events and ways you can volunteer to serve, go to our website, cslgreaterbaltimore.com/events. Due to popular demand, Reverend Ray will continue to offer the daily text and voicemail. Contact him directly for details on how to contribute financially to its continuation. It is with great sadness that I inform our community that as of December 31st, Reverend Ray will no longer be the senior minister of CSL Greater Baltimore. Here at CSLGB, we live as answered prayer because prayer works. I like saying that. We, as a community, continue to treat and move our feet, knowing the truth for everyone. That's right, everyone around the planet. Prayer requests can be sent at any time via email to info@cslgreaterbaltimore.org. Jesse Powers is a self-proclaimed conscious indie pop musician based in Columbus, Ohio. Her perceptive and penetrating lyricism, tumbling vocal stylings, and powerhouse pop melodies combine to create a unique but oh so catchy sound that entertains and profoundly awakens those who listen. Woo! Her music has been described as real, raw, down to the heart, and like emotional surgery. Her debut full-length album, Begin, was released in November 2017. Her second full-length album, To Remember, was released summer 2021. Booking inquiries, send email to info@jessepowersmusic.com or go to jessepowersmusic.com. I give you Jesse Powers.
Thank you, Tracy Rhymes. All right. Everybody just take a nice deep breath with me. And just settle into that heart space, that home space. And as soon as you catch on to this, please feel free to sing to yourself or to someone sitting next to you at home. It's pretty easy. I am enough. I have enough. I do enough. And I am loved. It's just that. I am enough. I have enough. I have enough. I do enough. And I am loved. I am enough. I have enough. I do enough. And I am loved. Now we say, I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. I am enough. I am enough. I have enough. I do enough. I do enough. And I am loved. And I am loved. Let's do that one more time. I am enough. I have enough. I do enough. And I am loved. I am loved. Let's just affirm it over and over. Ready? I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. Get it into your bones. Ready? I am loved. 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 I am loved.
All right, Jesse, no crying this morning. Thank you. That was beautiful. Whew. All right. Sue returns to lead us in a spiritual practice.
Let's just take a moment and lower your gaze Close your eyes. And let's center and ground ourselves in our breath. Each breath is a gift of life. As we center and ground, let us sense our body temple as our home. This body is literally where the heart is, and we cannot help but take it wherever we go. So breathe in deeply and allow this life force to fill your body completely. Breathe in peace and feel the peace that goes beyond understanding. Breathe in love and release any thoughts or feelings that are not loving. Affirm, as Jessie said, I am love. Breathe in health and release any discontentment, any disconnect, or dis-ease. Really feel and see this happening. We are the masters of our mind and our bodies. When we choose to align with the divine energy flow, that divine energy flow that is living and moving and having its being in, as, and through us, because it is us. Feel this point of power that knows that anywhere we go, we are home. We can rest in the truth and affirm, I am love. I am loved and I am loving. I am that which spirit is. I am the divine flow of life as it moves and lives through me. Even when I forget, I can never be separated from this divine energy flow. So I allow myself to feel it often. I live in gratitude and awe for this life, for each amazing breath, for the givingness that is life, always saying, yes, beloved, yes. I open up to a deeper connection, a deeper sense and feeling of that which is home, which is centered and grounded right here and right now in my body. I am completely aligned. I am a spiritual being having a spiritual experience in physical body form, and it is good. It is both and, spirit and physical. I am grateful for this knowledge. I'm grateful for this conscious connection that allows me to be the point of power and choice in my life. And right now, I choose that goodness that I am. I connect to it. I align with it. I feel it. I sense it. I affirm it. It is good. It is so good. So I release and let go. I surrender and I trust, totally relying upon Spirit's timing, knowing that Spirit always has my back and every part of my body. I am immersed in this knowing. It is good. I am love. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Sue. All right. Woo. Reverend Celeste A. Frazier is a spiritual leader, an inspirational speaker, and the stimulating podcaster of Mystic Magic, which can be found on most podcast venues. She is a warm counselor who sees the beauty in you. She is a visioning facilitator and a passionate teacher and healer who seeks to reveal your divine light. Reverend Celeste directs Outreach Ministries, is an event coordinator and writer. She facilitates an online diversity, equity, and inclusion conversation and book study. Her books are available on Amazon and Kindle. Her newest book is Common Miracles, Frequent Illusions. Reverend Celeste is an actress who has done print, commercials, film, and television. She has written, directed, and produced short films and is a recipient of an award from the Black American Seminar Society. She is a published poet and essayist, a playwright of several scripts, and produced screenwriter. She is an expressive and creative being. Find out more about Reverend Celeste at her website, celestefrazier.com. I give you Reverend Celeste.
Thank you so much, Tracy, for that introduction. I'm just grateful for the soil that has been not only planted, but also pruned and prepared. I give thanks to Reverend Raymond Anderson for the invitation, and I am grateful for CSL Greater Baltimore for being here today. All this month, the Centers for Spiritual Living theme has been about home, and in particular about the hero's journey. I love this because I became a story analyst back in the late 1980s. I was very young, but I studied with the head of the story department at Disney. And I was also a fan of Joseph Campbell. So it has served me well, both as a story analyst and as a scriptwriter. And we all have rich material for stories because we all have junk going on in our lives. At that first slide, please. Thank you. Edison said it. To invent, you must have junk and you must have a good imagination, right? You must have a good imagination and a pile of junk. So no matter how evolved or spiritually aware you may be, there's stuff happening in our lives. Look at any of the magazine shows or autobiographies, be they politicians, actors, priests, or mystics. We have a lot of raw material for working through our soul's evolution. I was given one set of circumstances by my family, and I know what it feels like to want to escape from home, right? I wanted to do so as a child. And as soon as I got the opportunity, I did. Now, having good imagination is important because all of us have innately the desire to rise above our junk, right? And so it takes imagination to do so. Obviously, my talk title, Kansas Was Never the Destination, is a reference to the Wizard of Oz. And regardless of the fact that the wizard was bogus, he was well-meaning in the sense that he took Dorothy home. You know, in the story, we have everyone buying into getting Dorothy home, not the least of whom was Dorothy. And while home was Dorothy's physical desire, there was something more important about home. It wasn't the house, it was the people. It was the love that she yearned for. And even though it came with some inner conflict as it relates to being seen, being heard, wanting others to share her values, like Toto's important. We need to save Toto, right? She was willing to face whatever the challenges are that she may encounter. Now that may or may not have been your Thanksgiving experience this past week. You know, many times in our lives, we find ourselves in unexpected places, far away from what our experience has been. And when Dorothy found herself in the land of Munchkins, she knew that something was different. She had left home because she didn't think it was a safe place for her dog. And sometimes we leave because we think it's the best thing to do. Other times we leave because we are running, because to stay would seem to be dangerous. So there are all kinds of prompts for a journey that take us away from home. But does it? Right? So this theme that we've been working with is home as being within us. Essentially, home is returning to spirit. Being taken out of or leaving a physical home does not necessarily break the bonds of a family. Returning to spirit is truly more of an awakening to oneself than it is leaving spirit. Returning to spirit is impossible. It's because we're never separate from spirit. So when Jessie was singing, I Am Love, it was that place from within her that was singing, that spirit from within her that was singing to the spirit within each one of us. So when Dorothy shows up in Munchkin Land, she first meets Glinda, the good witch, right? And I love Glinda's question. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? To which Dorothy replies, I'm not a witch at all. And I love the writing of the Wizard of Oz script because it has so many metaphysical references in there, right? Witches are perceived to be practitioners of witchcraft. And witchcraft, or the word witch, is considered or perceived to be bad by some. Not by me, because I perceive spirit and my spiritual dimension to be magical. And so I still love the question. We need to know, are you going to hurt me or help me? It looks like you want to help us, but we want to be sure. Right? This is a pretty standard process when we're deciding whether or not someone is an ally or an enemy, so to speak, right? There's really no enemy except our thoughts, our fears. So we ask the question to ourselves, even if we don't ask the person in question. But I think Glinda was letting Dorothy try on what being a witch really means by making the Wicked Witch of the East shoes available to her. She was letting her believe in her magic, her own inner magic. Sometimes we need help. Sometimes we need an opportunity to don our Christhood, you know? Just like when Dorothy donned those shoes, she was realizing that she was never separate from the energy flow that Sue was talking about. Right? And so Dorothy was interested, right? And when we think it will benefit us, we accept it. But when we're challenged by it, we may want someone to take away that bitter cup, so to speak. So Dorothy decided that she would take the trip to see the wizard, if that's what it took to get home. And the shoes were pretty and powerful. So what girl in her right mind is going to turn down a new pair of shoes? I'm just saying. Next slide, please. Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. Eckhart Tolle invites us to whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you have chosen it. And so she got a glimpse of the Wicked Witch of the West, but she had what she needed for the journey. We have what we need for the journey, no matter what the challenges and circumstances may be on our journey. And she felt empowered and determined to get home. I don't know about you, but even those experiences that I am most excited about bring a little anxiety with them. They do. And I'm about to relocate to the East Coast this week. And I've never lived on the East Coast, so to speak. You know, I've lived in the Midwest, the South, Europe, California, but never the DMV, right? So I'm having a little anxiety about leaving my 91-year-old mother and my 73-year-old brother who has dementia in Chicago to follow the journey of my soul. And no one has yet offered me cute shoes as part of the deal, but I am being offered an opportunity to once again be the best possible version of myself that I can be, psychologically and spiritually. And when I think about it, each time I returned home was also an opportunity to heal. So we face challenges head on without denying uncomfortable circumstances. And I've always been clear that Ernest Holmes never asked us to deny circumstances. We are to deny that the circumstances have power over us. But spirit is at the center. Spirit is the center and circumference of my life. So in the chapter, The Way It Works in the Science of Mind book, Holmes specifically states spirit is power. Now, I don't like to use the word God so much. I prefer to use the term spirit because it doesn't have the historical or political baggage that the word God has attached to it. But that's just an aside. We can face our fears and challenges head on. I'm sure you've started a new job before and tried not to wonder if you would run into the same sort of challenges as you had before at the last job. But the way to move forward is to heal the past perceptions so that you're not inviting a repeat of unpleasant experiences. And apparently, Dorothy did, and she went skipping along that yellow brick road. And we meet our alter egos along the way. The people we befriend in our lives who show us, if we are consciously perceiving, what we need to look at in ourselves. They show us what we need to look at. I need to think. I need to have a greater capacity to love. I need to be courageous. Whether they look like farmhands or animals or inanimate objects, everything and everyone on our journey is reflecting back to us some way of thinking or a way of living. And the people we meet on our journey help us to release attachments. We may learn more from strangers because the people that we're most attached to are still seeking to feel comfortable in their own skin. We know their issues, we know their challenges, we perceive what those issues are, we perceive what those challenges are. So meeting so-called strangers offers us a freedom to be authentic. It offers us an opportunity to be accepted with all of our flaws, all of our fears. Stephen Covey says, our ultimate freedom is the right and power to decide how anybody or anything outside ourselves will affect us. Now, Stephen Covey, as you know, was an American educator, an author, a businessman, and a keynote speaker. And his most popular book is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. But all of his books have been about facing challenges and becoming our best self. It calls for us to clear our hearts, our minds, and sometimes our physical environments as needed. So the journey invites us to release stuff, possessions, right? It asks us to release viewpoints, positions, views. And I can tell you, I've released several possessions in my many moves, and I've released positions, I've released viewpoints as part of my evolution. For me, love is what I am moving toward, right? And fear is what I'm constantly releasing. You know, again, as Jesse reminded us, we are love. The Tao Te Ching says, knowing ignorance is strength. Ignoring knowledge is sickness. If one is sick of sickness, then one is not sick. I love that definition of healing, releasing the ignorance. You know, we are all gaining something on our path to create a better version of ourselves. And that usually involves forgiveness. In my latest book, Common Miracles, Frequent Illusions, I have a section called From Victim to Victory, where I talk about releasing an unforgiveness that I'd held for decades. I cannot begin to describe how freeing that is, how freeing it is for me, and how freeing it was for everybody around us. That in and of itself is like crossing a threshold. You know, we don't live in that pain. We don't live in that frustration anymore. We don't live in that heaviness once we cross a threshold. It doesn't mean that we won't continue to have challenges or what might be considered tests, but it does mean that we can choose freedom. And so in this slide, evolution is the awakening of the soul to a recognition of its unity with the whole, right? And so for me, my experience was there is no separation between he and I. My experience was we are that I am. That I am that I am, that he is that I am, that each of us are expressions of that I am, that each of us are prompting each other on our journey to cross a threshold to a better version of ourselves. That we can fall asleep even when we see our freedom ahead. But conditions can change. Snow may fall, just like rain is falling a lot of places today. And then we get to awaken to getting closer. Sometimes you need a little raindrops falling on your head, right? And so the man at the door to Oz tells them, no one has ever seen the wizard. And the travelers then ask, well, how do you know he exists? Now, I saw a parallel to God there. I don't know about you. I saw a parallel to spirit. If no one has seen God, how do they know God exists? So they walk into the wonderful land of Oz and they get pampered, right? That's how we know that God exists, because of how we are supported, how we are loved, how we are gifted, how we are provided for, how we continue to be in our joy, created by our spirit, who gives us so many opportunities to feel his love. Ernest Holmes says, your thought is infinite. Your destiny is eternal. Home, everlasting, right? We are what hell is than we are what hell. Because we do our spiritual practices, we get to return time and time again to that home, to that dimension of everlasting heaven, right? It doesn't have to be a geographical place that we're headed toward, but when we know that heaven is our home, we are always able to return to that space and place within us that frees us, where we feel whole, where we feel complete, where perfection surrounds us and fills us. Now, we may see writing on the wall or in the sky that commands us to surrender, but we are undeterred because we're surrendering to real power. And to know that true power is the only energy that can determine my next steps is to be awakened. Ernest Holmes says, evolution is the awakening of the soul to a recognition of its unity with the whole. Every time I feel myself going into separation, I have to be reminded about oneness, about unity, about wholeness. And sometimes the bumps are soft and sometimes they're hard, but they become less frequent when I continue to do my practice. Knowing that I'm one with courage gives me peace of mind. And even when we're closer to our desires, fear can creep in and slow you down. Flying monkeys can show up. You may feel torn apart. You may feel shaken. You may get stomped on, or you may be captured by malicious thoughts or malicious persons in your mind. You may have illusions that you're near an ally when it turns out to be a foe. You may be rescued by friends with divine guidance, courage, and heart. It may feel like you've been in a supreme ordeal, but love keeps compelling us to protect a loved one and to free ourselves. We're at home wherever we are. So the point is to not pay attention to illusions. Do not pay attention to the man behind the curtain. We are each expressions of spirit with wisdom, courage, love, and light. There are no limitations to our good. We will transcend our circumstances. We will grow in places where we thought we lacked. We will become more of ourselves through our loving. We are transformed. And we successfully take the journey to our true self, to our true home. We celebrate our awakening, having successfully returned to who we truly are. Here in the metaphorical bosom of the divine, and we never leave it because we are connected by birthright. Because we are spiritual beings, we are eternal beings, eternally loved, eternally supported. When seeking our heart's desire, we will always learn what we need to learn in order to return to our source. As we constantly attempt to be anchored in an emerging truth, the journey is a triumphant one, and to be embraced as the necessary step in our evolution toward our true self. Kansas was never the destination. My true self is. There's no place like home. Namaste. New.
We got it. Sorry, my computer was a little crazy. Rev Celeste, that was awesome. So this song is about returning home, or really returning to that place of knowing that we are always home. 7 summers I have yearned for home, slowly crumbling, drying out to bone, and still I survived it, but I won't give in until I feel the comfort of my wild skin. I had to walk the earth to remember the sea, get lost inside myself to remember me. I was born to swim, I was born to run, live and die and rise like the morning sun. I was born to be unstoppable. 3, 2, 1, go! I have journeyed through my mind again. Now I know I can't leave myself behind again. And you can try to steal my skin and steal my soul, I'll always find my way back home. I know for me anything is possible. I was born to be unstoppable. 7 summers I have roamed this land, learning the ways of the modern human woman. It seems so unnatural, the belief I should be like everybody else, but so pervasive. I had to doubt myself. I had to walk the earth to remember the sea. Yeah. Get lost inside myself to remember me. Woo! I was born to swim, I was born to run, live and die and rise like the morning sun. I was born to be unstoppable. 3, 2, 1, go! I have journeyed through my mind again. Now I know I can't leave myself behind again. And you could try to steal my skin and steal my soul, I'll always find my way back home. I know for me anything is possible. I was born to be unstoppable. I trust the child within me. She is innocence and he is beauty. I trust the mother within me. She is fierce and sometimes ugly. I trust the king within me. He is loyal and he works on my behalf. I trust the goddess within me. And I go. I have journeyed through my mind again. Now I know I can't leave myself behind again. You can try to steal my skin, steal my soul, I'll always find my way back home. I know for me anything is possible. I was born to be. I know for me anything is possible. I was born to be unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Okay. Thank you, Jesse. Awesome. All right. Woo. Woo. Thank you, Jesse. All right. And Reverend Celeste, thank you for an amazing message. Gives us a lot to talk about and think about and work on. And on behalf of Reverend Dr. Ray, thank you. Whew. All right. Whew. All right. Moving on. This is the time of service. We are reminded that practicing the law of circulation is one way we support our spiritual center. It supports where we are spiritually fed while also supporting the business of running a center, the daily workings, rent or mortgage, maintenance for the soon-to-be new home for CSLGB. As we give, we receive. The CSLGB practitioner core as well as the CSLGB community as a demonstration of the law of circulation and as a way of sowing seeds of prosperity into the community, have raised the bar of prosperity consciousness by pledging $50,000 each by the end of 2022. Join us as we continue to sow seeds that will shift the consciousness in our area and in the world, thus creating a world that works for all. How do we tithe, offer, or donate? You have several ways to do so: via PayPal, Givelify, text messaging, and postal mail. If there is a certain place within CSLGB that you want your tithes offerings to go, for example, Emergency Care Fund, you can designate that in PayPal and Givelify in the notes section, and on your check in the memo section. For text, contact Sue Monahan and she will explain. If you do not desire to designate a specific portion, you can trust that the Board of Trustees, as excellent stewards, will determine where and how to use our financial resources to serve the CSLGB community and beyond. For more information, go to cslgreaterbaltimore.org/giving. Together, as a community, let us declare our financial wealth and abundance. I joyfully, consciously, and gratefully participate in the law of circulation. I trust in the spiritual principle that says, as I sow into my beloved community, I demonstrate my awareness of standing not only in the flow, but as the flow itself. As I sow of myself, my time, my treasure, my talent, I demonstrate my support and engagement in my community's vision, mission, and purpose. I actively give as a demonstration of manifesting, of reaping the harvest of a world that works for all. On behalf of Reverend Dr. Ray, thank you for joining us. Okay, no, that's it. I'm not going to sing anymore. Ha ha ha. You are reminded to be awesome and amazing, because that is what you are. If you would like the practitioner on duty to pray with you, join us on Zoom. Once in, type the word prayer in the chat, and I will place you in a breakout room with practitioner of distinction, Sue. All right.
Wonderful. Wonderful service, wonderful time to be together, wonderful message, wonderful music. So right here and now, I just sit in gratitude for this time, for this place, for this space, for remembering who and what we are. We are that which spirit is. We are the I amness of spirit. And we are always at home. There is no place like home. There is no separation. And we come back and around time and time again to this knowledge and this knowingness of who and whose we are. We are divine spiritual beings having a human relationship, breathing in life, accepting this, accepting full freedom of choice. It is ours to choose. It is ours to name and claim and declare. And it is good. I am grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this amazing message and music and host and interpreters. It's all God. It's all spirit unfolding for each one of us right here and right now. It is so good. All is well. And so it is.